All right, folks, we're here for tonight's varsity matchup between the Eastern Hancock Royals and the Wes-Del Warriors, live from Charlottesville, Indiana. If you're looking for a program of tonight's game, rosters and such, you can find that in the link in the description of the videos on Facebook and on YouTube. And you can also scan the QR code at the top left of your screen for that. Couple things before we start here. The Royals come into this game 6-0 on the season. We haven't played the toughest of schedules. Our opponents' combined records are 8-21. Wes-Del is actually the first opponent we've played this year with a non-losing record. The Warriors are 4-4, coached by John McLaughlin. Coach is 82 and 85 here in his 8th year at Wes-Del. 102 and 170 in his 13th year overall. This is the 21st meeting between these two schools all time. Royals holding a 14-6 lead. A couple things, like I said, Royals are undefeated on the season. Key wins, Adams Central, Tri-Central, and Cambridge City Lincoln. The Warriors have also defeated Cambridge City as well as Southern Wells, but have losses to conference opponents Daleville, Wapahani, and Monroe Central. The interesting fact here, both these schools used to be conference opponents back in the old RAC, the White River Athletic Conference, from 1997 to 2008. And then that conference dissolved when we got down to 4 teams, and the Warriors found a home in the MEC. Royals went to the Mid-Hoosier Conference for a while before joining the MEC. Last year's game was a Royal victory, 73-65, back at the start of last season. One thing to look for, both teams are averaging almost the exact same amount of points, averaging right at 64 points a game. The difference so far has been the Royals are allowing 49, while the Warriors are allowing 59 points a game. So Warriors have been allowing more points than the Royals have, and that's been kind of the key difference, I think, between these two teams. Trying to get everything situated here. A couple other things here to look out for. We can check out the MEC standings. Shenandoah sitting at the top of the MEC right now, 6-1 overall. They did play Blackford today in the Hall of Fame Classic. I have not got a score on that, so I'm not sure where they're sitting there. Monroe Central sitting at second, 5-2 overall, 2-0 in conference play. The Royals and the Wapahani Raiders both 1-0. Randolph Southern 1-1, Daleville 2-2, and then Blue River Wes-Del each with 1 win, and Cowan and Union Modoc still winless. Union Modoc is winless on the season, 0-6. Right now losing by over 31 points per game, so really been a struggle there for the Rockets of Union Modoc. Wes-Del, as we said, 1-3 in conference play, but 4-4 overall. They played 3 pretty good teams. Daleville's playing really well right now. Wapahani sitting up there, like I said, 1-0 in conference, 5-2 overall. And I know Wapahani had a heartbreaking last-second loss to LaPel on a deep 3 at the buzzer. So Wapahani could very easily be 6-1. I think their other loss was 1 point to a 3A or 4A school in Fort Wayne Southside. So the Raiders have lost both of their games by less than a basket. So good team there. Monroe Central 5-2 is another solid program. I know one of their losses is to a very good Northeastern team. So Wes-Del, I think it's one of those things that they're a better team than their record indicates at 4-4. The Warriors will be led tonight by a couple players. Joel Dowling, the 6-foot senior, averaging 11 points and 4 assists a game. Eric Harlan, the 5'11 senior, averaging 13 points, 5 assists, and 4.5 rebounds a game. Evan Whitesell, 6'1 junior, averaging 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. Zach Todd, the 6'1 junior, averages 11 points and 8 rebounds per game. So you've got 4 players there averaging in double figures. The Royals only have 3 averaging in double figures. Will be led by Silas Spalding, 5'11 sophomore, averaging 12 a game. Jacob Spalding, his twin brother, averaging 11.5 a game. Landon O'Neill, the 6-foot junior, averaging over 16 points a game. And then Cole Ringbolt is 4th, 6.5 points a game for the 5'11 junior. We're going to have national anthem here, and then we'll get underway with starting lineups. All right, so as we're set to get underway, a couple of things. I took the starting lineup based on the film I was watching of the Warriors. So, and they may have had an injury or something like that that sidelined somebody. Let's take a look at their starting lineup here. Number 4, the 6-foot senior Joel Dowling. Number 10, the 5'11 senior Eric Harlan. Number 22, the 6'1 junior Evan Whitesell. Number 32, the 6'1 junior Zach Todd. Number 34, the 5'10 senior Jesus Cardoza. The Royals will have the same starting lineup that they've had all season here. Number 2, Silas Spalding, his twin brother. Number 11, Jacob Spalding. Number 15, the 5'11 junior Cole Rainbolt. Number 21, the 6-foot junior Landon O'Neill. And number 35, the 6'2 junior Cyrus Burton. Joining me tonight on the headset is the 3rd Spalding child, Allie Spalding.
Hello.
Home from college. And running the camera and with the mic, Inez Friddle.
Hello.
The 4th forgotten Spalding child was taking tickets the last time I saw her. So
Every Spalding is in the building.
It's like a Spalding family reunion.
Yeah.
Oh, I even see your grandpa up there, grandma and grandpa.
Yep, they are here.
So should be a good game. I'm really excited. This was a great game last year, a fun game to watch. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the pace of this game because both teams can really get up and run.
I would say this is probably one of the best teams we've played so far. Our roster has been pretty easy.
Yeah, it was schedule.
Schedule, not roster.
Yeah. I was talking about that in the pregame, but this is probably the best team we've played.
Royals win the tip-off.
And Jake Spalding with it. Loses the handle but gets it back up top to Landon O'Neill, over to Cole Rainbolt on the wing. Finds Jacob Spalding, has it poked away there by Harlan. Silas Spalding goes for it. They're going to call a foul on Silas. Yep, they're going to say Silas got in Harlan's way there.
Some good man defense from the Royals. Harlan puts it up for a little layup, but it's no good. Royals look to push. Landon takes it, stripped from him. Silas Spalding will take it out on the baseline.
Inbounds to Cyrus Burton.
Top, Jake Spalding drives, left-handed runner, no good. I think he was looking for a foul there. Gets it Dowling over to Harlan. Inside to Cardoza.
Cardoza puts it up strong, and it's good.
Right over the top of Landon.
First 2 points of the game.
Cardoza only averages 4 a game, so.
Landon.
To Cole, Rainbolt, corner 3, no. Nice hustle there. 2 Warriors run into each other. Jake Spalding for 3, and he buries it. Just miscommunication. 2 Warriors run into each other.
Todd works on Burton, doesn't get anything. Harlan, nothing.
Inside to Cardoza again.
Cardoza puts it up. He's at his average.
Yeah, he's at his average for the season as he steps underneath on Landon O'Neill.
Jake Spalding working it over to Cyrus Burton in the corner. Silas Spalding thinks about a 3.
Now takes the 3.
It's no good.
Cole Rainbolt, nice hustle, gets it over to Landon. Landon's 3,
it's good.
Perfect. And this is what we did last year. Last year, Landon hit 5 threes and Silas hit 5 threes. So this is the start that we want to see from the Royals.
The Royals
6-4 lead.
Up by 2.
Sorry, cut you off there. Harlan with the ball, gets a screen from Todd, drives in,
Still
spin
works
move.
it. Yes.
Finishes the finger roll, 6-6 now.
Wes-Del's wanting to play more in the paint. We're more in the perimeter here. 2 different types of team, but looking to be a little bit evenly matched. Cyrus Burton thinks about something. He takes a drive. It's no
Drives
good.
in. They're going to call a foul on Todd. Say that Todd was bodying him. Yeah, this isn't the trapping pressure that we, just like the JV game, we kind of expected that and haven't seen it.
Silas into a foot.
Yeah.
Kicked away there by Wes-Del.
Silas into Cyrus.
It's Jake. Finds Cole, corner. Over to Silas. Silas cut off. Landon's going to take the deep 3 straight ahead off the back of the rim. Fought for. Silas Spalding comes away with it. Rainbolt tracks it down. Finds Burton. Finds Jake Spalding. Silas poked away from behind, and it'll stay here with the Royals.
Silas on the sideline. He'll get it into Jacob.
Brother to brother.
We just seem to be confused. We're moving, but we're not really moving to a lot of places with a purpose.
Yeah.
And Wes-Del cannot get a rebound. They get a steal, though. And there's Wes-Del. They're going to call it on the floor, foul on Landon O'Neill. I mean, Landon's first.
We just looked to be.
Oh, wait, no, they counted the bucket.
Oh.
He was pointing like it was at on the floor, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he did.
They count the bucket, so we'll give Wes-Del 2.
I might be exaggerating a little bit, but this definitely. We kind of look like we're chickens with our heads cut off at this point.
Yes, we do.
Which I think we're only 4 minutes into the game here, but we got to figure it out because we're all just all over the place.
Well, and as we said, we haven't played a good team yet this year. You know, we just look as half
Cardoza.
goes up, and he's got 6 as he just goes around Landon.
Landon's not really happy with the way Cardoza definitely had his hands on him. Royals looking to make something work. Silas Spalding at the top of the key. Over to Cole Rainbolt for the three. It's
Just
no
off.
good. No one looks to rebound. No one looks to. Nothing.
Harlan just took it himself, but he had Dowling wide open in the corner. He just missed him. And there he just kind of seems, Harlan was a little out of control there. Todd pulls up, no good. Again, we don't block out, and Dowling gets the rebound.
Dowling puts it back up, but they have it
We're
on
going
the
to call
floor.
a travel on Dowling.
Oh,
Drew White, Cameron Wise, and Edric Miller all just came in for the Royals.
Cole, Landon, and Cyrus will all sit.
Cameron will take the ball. Nope. Hello, Jacob will take the ball.
We got to get some energy here. Jacob drives, goes up, too hard. Good job by Harlan playing defense there. You see Wes-Del take it all the other way. Way too hard for him.
Eddie with the rebound. He'll take it. 3-on-1. But
No good. Harlan with that rebound.
Dowling.
Up ahead to Dowling. They're going to call. That better be on the floor. Yeah.
Yep.
And Jake Spalding just picks up his first foul. 4th team foul.
Dowling up for the three. It's good.
He was wide open, too.
Yep, that's Coach Spalding is irate right now because we're not communicating. We're not.
He's
we're
not happy.
No, we let Dowling step right back through there. That's exactly, he's saying we're not communicating. That's exactly what it is. We've got to talk. We've got to know what we're doing because there's just too many open warriors just running around. But again, I think this is a product. We have not played a team yet that wants to get out and run. And Wes-Del has no problem pushing it up the floor. And we have not played a team yet that that's really matched us athletically.
And we have to keep in consideration that since they're matching us so much athletically, is we're putting so much extra effort into defense that we're just not making it happen as much as offense because we just don't have as much energy as we would have.
Yes. Size 3 was off. Dowling gets it over to Todd. Or Wes-Del, sorry. Out of Cardoza. Cardoza almost has it stolen by Jacob Spalding.
Wes-Del up with it.
Crosses over Cam Wise, takes it all the way in.
It's good.
They're going to call that one. They're going to give him the and one again. And we just can't keep anybody in front of us.
Zach Arnold's coming in for Jacob.
I caught the replay too late on that. I apologize. So that's 5. No, Silas is still in there. 4 new players for the Royals after the starters. Oh, and we don't block out again. And nobody blocked out Wes-Del.
17-6.
That's twice in a row that Wes-Del's had an and one that we haven't blocked it out and that they've scored off of it.
There's a complete lack of energy, complete lack of effort.
Edric Miller takes it.
No good.
Can't get the layup to fall, but that was a good look. Cardoza, that was a double dribble.
That was a double. What?
Hard take there by Wes-Del, no good.
Silas will get the rebound.
No comments in our chat yet, so let us know. We got to hit Eddie there. Zach Arnold.
The drive.
Kicks to Edric. Edric. Yep, they're going to call a hold on Cardoza. He got his hand in there and grabbed Edric.
We got Landon O'Neill coming in for Cy Spalding. And
Mason Cox came in for the Warriors.
Eric Harlan's going to take a breather. Landon O'Neill at the top of the key. Oh, miscommunication there again.
Zach back cut and Landon through to where Zach was supposed to be. Another turnover. It ended up going straight to Mr. Poff over there in the corner. I'm not sure who he is related to get into the game, though.
He has a gold pass. That works in Coronavirus.
Okay.
Cardoza
drives on Arnold.
Foul.
Arnold reaches in and fouls him, and we're just letting, again, Cardoza's averaging 4.8 points a game. He's got 6 already, and he is just getting to the rim every time he wants to.
Mm-hmm. And we even had, when Landon came out to sit the bench, Coach said he's way above his average. I mean, you can't sleep on somebody.
Makes his first free throw.
Yeah. I mean, his high this season, Cardoza scored 11 against Wapahani, but he's sitting at 8 in the first quarter here tonight.
It's just one of those things, if you want to win, you can't let below average players make any type of
Hit it
for
hit
three.
it.
There
Good.
you go.
Zach Arnold with the assist there. He saw Edric, and that's the first time we've made a good, heads-up pass like that to get into an open three.
Cuts the Warriors lead down to 10.
Cardoza drives on Edric Miller, dishes. Who is that? That's Cox over there.
Landon fouls him.
Nope. They called it on Cox.
Yep, got a charge.
Oh, they did, yeah.
Called a charge on Cox. Second team foul for the Warriors.
We got Carson Ashley coming in for
Whitesell. Or was that Todd?
that was Whitesell.
Okay.
I think it's interesting that a set of players that normally come in later in the game and don't come in all at the same time are what's helping us get through this really bad.
This bad stretch.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
well, and here's the thing. Zach Arnold is kind of instant energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edric Miller has just that athletic ability. He hasn't really busted out of his shell yet, and had just a breakout game. He had a good game against Centerville, but he's got that potential.
Yeah. I mean, but how many times do we have Drew, Cameron, Zach, and Edric all on the floor at the same time?
Not very often. But right there, that was Zach hustle, to throw it off a Wes-Del Warrior. Drew is a bundle of energy, so we have a lot of high energy guys here trying to get us sparked and get us going.
Yeah.
And this is where Coach Spalding, you see what he did? He went with his 2 seniors. Arnold gets the and one. Coach Spalding went with his 2 seniors, Cameron Wise and Drew White here. Said, hey, be seniors, lead us.
Yeah.
See Zach, he's just so hard to beat off the dribble. He had a good game against them in football as well. Zach.
Free throw's
Misses.
no good.
Oh, half-court heave there from Zach Todd, no good. Coach Poff asked, is the concession stand open? You'd have to ask your father. I'm not sure if the concession stand is open or not. Senor Poff, you'd have to ask.
There's just so
Padre.
many how do you say abnormalities?
Yeah.
Abnormal.
But like a TIES at the end.
Abnormalities.
Abnormalities of this game. The last time we played, we had it was like a 4 games in like the span
6
of
days.
6 days. So they were running on a high of winning, just being consistent and just playing so much. But now we're off a 4-day break from Christmas, coming in on a Christmas break day where they didn't have school, and these games are hard anyways. And then you add a decent team. I mean,
Well, but here's the thing. Wes-Del has not played since they lost to Daleville on December 19th.
oh wow.
wow.
So Wes-Del's had 2 weeks off. We've played 3 games since then. So,
Okay.
they've been off too. I think, they're just itching to get after it. especially they had a kind of a heartbreaking loss to Daleville, lost by 4. They're on a 3-game skid. They've lost 3 in a row.
Oh, wow. And we're on a 6-game high. Like, we're 6 games. And I think 7 is the number of games in a row at the beginning of the season that have been won. So we're not close to breaking some type of record.
Wes-Del, no. Landon gets up and gets the rebound. They're going to call Cox for a foul. That was, I'll take it, but that was a kind of a cheap foul on Cox. Because Landon he really didn't deter Landon at all.
We got a sub here, 24.
Alex Light. He played in the JV game, didn't he?
He'll come in for Cox. Yes.
So Zach Arnold Ziffel, as he's known to the football staff, is going to bring it up. Gets around, kicks to O'Neal in the corner. Landon drives over to Rainbolt. Back up, they left Landon open, hit it.
It's
Got
good.
it. Landon O'Neal has his second 3 of the game. You can't leave him open if you're at Wes-Del. Again, he hit 5 last year. Nice job by, just grab it, Drew. White and Arnold cut off Harlan there.
Harlan, great pass.
Gets
to
it
Light.
in, and then Rainbolt fouls. That's going to be Cole's second. Cole's biggest problem here of late has been his foul trouble. It feels like the last couple games he's gotten quick fouls and hasn't been able to stay on the floor.
Looks like a couple of twinsies are coming in.
They'll get Zach and Edric. And they both did, Zach came in, couple points, couple assists. Edric came in, hit a big 3. They've sparked that energy. Light hit the first free throw. Misses the second. White with the rebound. Spalding to Rainbolt, back to Silas Spalding. Spalding drives, has it poked away, but Wes-Del is going to be called for the foul, and it's going to put Cy at the line to shoot 2.
These refs definitely have a little bit more tendency to call a foul than the JV game.
Yeah, both teams are actually sitting in the bonus now because one more foul on them, and we're shooting 1-1.
First one's good.
Silas hits that first free throw. Cameron Wise checking back in for Cole Rainbolt. Five-point lead now. Royals have kind of whittled it away. Cy's second free throw good. Silas an 86% free throw shooter, so hits them both there.
Harlan to Dowling.
Dowling drives, finds Ashley in the corner. Jake Spalding almost stole it away, but knocks it out of bounds. Good hustle. We didn't do any of that there at the beginning of the game. Harlan
we're
up top.
finally starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
I think you're right. Ashley over to Wes-Del. Back over. Wes-Del drives, floater, no. Rebounded by
Great
Drew
rebound
White.
by Drew.
He'll drive it up.
Don't get out of control, Drew. Finds Jake Spalding. Finds Silas Spalding. That one's going to be off, but Drew's there for the rebound. Puts it back up, no. Landon O'Neal fights Ashley for it and gets it. And Landon's getting the open 3, no. Cameron Wise is going to be right there, but he stepped out of bounds. There's that hustle. And I'm going to attribute that all to Coach Spalding yanking all of his starters.
Zach Todd just came in for the Warriors.
Carson Ashley's against the bench. Yeah, I agree. I think it just kind of smacked him, lit a fire underneath him, and was angry. They didn't play the whole first quarter. I'd be mad.
And I've seen, and that's the confidence that Coach has in his bench, that he doesn't care if he may ride the bench the whole game if he has to.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he does not care who plays as long as he's winning.
And there's Wes-Del with another and one. I couldn't tell who it was that got beat baseline
Foul
there.
on Cameron.
And then Cameron Wise just got out of position, and Wes-Del kept missing the shot, and Cameron just couldn't do anything. He was out of position.
First one
one's
good.
So he's got at least 7 now. Jacob Spalding with it up top. Gonna get a screen from Drew White. Ooh, Drew slipped it well, but again, our spacing. I think that was supposed to go to Landon, and Cam Wise just kind of jumped it through there.
Yeah.
Landon drives. There's that floater that he's been
Good.
hitting all season. And Landon's got 8. Royals trail by 5.
Jake gets beats on the dribble. Nothing really happens there. Harlan looks to
Harlan,
shoot a
and
3.
again, nobody cuts him off, and Drew's forced to. Well, no, Drew didn't foul him. Drew tied him up, but we just stood there and watched him drive right through and split Silas and Landon.
Edric Miller and Cyrus Burton are coming in for Cameron and Drew.
Harlan is just a savvy player. He gets to the line. He gets to the basket. He can shoot a 3.
He's their quarterback on their football team.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. There we tried throwing it to Edric, but I don't think Edric was expecting it. Yeah, their football team struggled a little bit this year. I don't know what their final record was. No good there by Jake Spalding, rebounded by Harlan. Gets it over. Edric almost had a steal, but Wes-Del can't handle it. You're going to see Jesus Cardozo back in.
Alex Light comes out.
Jake will bring it up the floor.
Matthew Bricker says Coach Spalding's tie is still on. Landon drives, can't hit the floater. Tries to punch it out to Jacob Spalding, can't do it, and Jake's going to pick up his second foul right there. Just going for a loose ball, he just tripped up Wes-Del. Wes-Del's going to be at the line to shoot 1-and-1. Both teams in the bonus.
Zach Arnold's coming in for Jacob.
Which Zach played well when he was in the first time, so let's see. Zach's biggest issue is he gets out of control sometimes. His speed is his downfall. He's so fast and so quick that sometimes I think he just.
His brain isn't as quick as his feet.
You just made him sound really dumb there.
No. Sorry, Zach. That you are very smart. It is.
I know what you meant. He gets going too fast, and it's almost like he's moving before he can think.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure anybody as quick as him would struggle the same.
Landon thought about the 3. Goes over to Arnold. At the Cy. Cy gets a screen there, drives in, puts up the figure roll. No. Edric's fighting for the rebound, taps it up. Gets tapped out to Landon. Landon pulls up, deep 2, buries it. And Landon O'Neill should be in double figures now.
Yep, Royals are only down by 5.
Harlan with it. Inside, there's Dowling in the corner.
Harlan up with the little floater. It's
Too
no
hard.
good. Dowling
Nobody
with the
blocked out
rebound.
Dowling. Nobody blocked out Dowling, and he got the putback, and the Warrior lead is back up to 7. Ziffel with the ball out on the wing, up top to Silas. Silas gets an open lane, drives, gets the foul there, and gets Harlan up in the air. I think that might be 2 on Harlan.
I think we're dribbling too much.
I think you're right. Nope, only first on Harlan, but Silas will go to the line to shoot 2 more. Again, 86% on the season. Hits the first.
Cole coming in for Edric Miller.
Cole with those 2 fouls. But you can't let him sit the whole game, you know? Otherwise he gets cold, and you got to keep him on top. Cy hits the second free throw. And I believe Silas has 7. Wes-Del into Dowling. Back up to Wes-Del. 2:40 to go. They get it to Todd. Hook shot, no good over Cyrus Burton, and Landon on the backside gets that rebound.
Pass it to Zach Arnold.
Oh, we got a travel.
I didn't see that one.
I didn't either.
Because he had that lane too if he had not got called for that travel. Harlan over to Dowling. Back to Harlan. It's poked away by Arnold.
Cyrus.
I think Arnold poked it right into Cyrus's hands, and then Silas Spalding comes away with it. Landon feeling it, buries it. Landon with his third 3 of the game so far.
Royals only down by 2 now.
Active defense here.
He's passed Addison True up for the career three-pointers this game. He's now at number 2.
No, Addison has 159. He needed 19 to pass Addison.
Oh, that was dumb.
Arnold finds O'Neal. Back to Cyrus Burton, step back, hits it. Cyrus has been really quiet today, but there's a big shot from him to tie it up.
Really inconsistent with most of our combinations of players, but it's looking to be working.
Yeah. Arnold with another deflection gets the steal to Cyrus Burton. Silas Spalding goes up and gets it.
First lead in a long time. Dowling put it up, get fouled, and won.
And won again.
We got to get back.
Foul was on Landon, his second, I believe. Jake Spalding's going to come back in, but Zach Arnold played really well there on defense especially. There was 2 deflections in a row that led to 4 Royal points. So Dowling tied it up, has a chance to put the Warriors back out front, and does. Dowling only a 45% free throw shooter on the season. Now he's only taken 20 attempts, but hits that one. Oops, on camera, sorry. Silas hits another 3 there. And the Royals back in front by 2.
Dowling.
30 left to play.
Gets it back. There's Todd for 3, airballs it. Landon gets the rebound.
Royals have the ball for the last shot. 32-30.
Jake Spalding, that one's going to be on the floor there.
Yep.
He gets bumped by Dowling there. That'll put Jake at the line. That's their 8th foul, so he'll shoot 1-on-1.
Cardoza coming back in for the Warriors.
He'll give Ortega a little bit of a break.
Jake misses the free throw. Rainbow almost had the rebound. Did we just pick up a foul there?
Yep.
We picked up a foul 84 feet away from the basket with 3 seconds left. Cole just picked up, oh my gosh.
That'll be his 3rd.
That's his 3rd.
Looks like Edric will probably be coming in for him.
But, they weren't going to score there. You know what I mean? They weren't going to score, and now you give them 2 free throws because they're double bonus.
First one, no good.
Cardoza's second free throw. He hits that one. Jacob Spalding puts it up from the volleyball line. No good. And it's going to be a 1-point Royal lead going into halftime here. in a game that realistically, that was that whole second unit that kind of kept us in that game. We did not play up to what we've played all season. So let's see here if we have stats quickly. If not, then we'll go to a break and come back.
He just hit send. He just hit send.
Hit send.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's see if we have our halftime stats. We can look at these here. So we have Landon O'Neill with 13 points. Silas Spalding with 9. Silas has 3 rebounds. Drew has 3 rebounds. Landon has 5 rebounds. So again, just, really we need to get more scoring besides just Landon and Silas at this point right now.
Yeah.
Last year, Landon dropped 25, Silas dropped 18, and Drew White had 10 rebounds in this game last year. But the thing that kind of makes me nervous is I'm looking at this and we are not shooting a very good percentage. But I'm also looking at Wes-Del. From the three-point line, they are not shooting a very good percentage. They're only 1 of 6 from 3. We're 6 of 13 from 3. I mean, we're shooting, above our season average. So as long as we stay hot, we're okay with the way we're playing right now. But we got to work on that inside game. Only 5 of 14 on our 2-pointers. We got to get better at that.
Yeah.
So we'll take a break. We'll be back here in about 8 minutes and 20 seconds for the start of the second half. All right. We're back here for the start of the second half of an exciting game here. An MEC matchup between the Eastern Hancock Royals and the Wes-Del Warriors. Let's take another look at the MEC standings. Right now, Shenandoah and Monroe Central both 2-0 in the conference. Here's one if you want that, Inez.
Thank you.
You get the whole thing. Royals, Wapahani both 1-0. Randolph Southern 1-1. Daleville 2-2. Blue River, Wes-Del each with one win here in the conference. Okay, so it'll be Wes-Del ball to start the second half. Looks like both teams have starters on the floor. Harlan, Whitesell, Dowling, Todd, and Cardoza for the Warriors. Spalding, O'Neill, Rainbolt, and Burton for the Royals. Travel by Todd, yep. Good defense by Cyrus Burton. Forced Todd to take that extra step. Let's see if we keep up the energy that we finished the half with there. Silas has it knocked away by Whitesell. Evan Whitesell has scored double figures in every game this season. I think he's at 9 right now. So he's the only player on either team to have hit double figures in every single game. Jake Spalding beats Dowling and he gets the lay-in. The Royal lead is 3. A nicely designed play there by Coach Spalding to distract him with Cole and come back to Jake on that drive.
We got Harlan over to Dowling into Todd. Harlan up.
Too hard. Trying to get the foul was all he was doing there.
Cole gets the
Get
rebound.
it over to Landon. Landon's going to pull up from the wing.
No
Short.
good.
Rebounded by Harlan. Throws it up ahead to Whitesell. And he hits the lay-in.
That sounded like it really hurt.
Nice of him to help Landon up.
Yeah. We still look a little bit sluggish to me.
Cole, guarded by Cardoza, gets it up to Landon. Over to Jacob Spalding on the wing, working on Dowling. Step back 3, no good. Todd knocks it out of bounds there. And again, Cyrus Burton was really the only one blocking out.
Yeah. Silas Spalding on the sideline. He'll get
Bad
it in.
spot to take it out.
Jake.
Silas with the ball up top to Landon. Over to Cole.
Trying to move and make something happen.
Landon drives.
Oh, they're going to call that on the floor.
Yep.
Foul was on Todd before the shot, or else that would have been a great play by Landon. It's 2 on Todd. Silas Spalding will take it out here.
Inbounds it to Cyrus Burton.
We are just not getting open. There we go.
Landon drives, puts it up, trying not to draw or pick up a charge there because that would have been his 3rd. Todd going the other way, loses the handle on it, and it's going to be out of bounds. It'll be Royal ball. We just, like you said, we look tired, which is weird since we've had a week off.
Yeah.
And we're getting kind of out-muscled a little bit, too.
Yeah.
Jake just pulls up from really deep and buries that, and I think that's one that your dad might have been really mad at he not hit that.
Oh, yeah. That was, I'm going to keep my bad opinions to myself.
There we go. Foul on moving screen on Cardoza.
Hopefully that can be some type of igniter here to get some type of fire going.
Jacob will take the ball up.
Jacob rolls, kicks it back out. Cyrus Burton straight ahead for 3.
No. Good.
No one blocks out. No one rebounds.
There wasn't anybody up there.
Harlan up ahead to Todd. Over to Dowling for the corner three.
Ooh,
Off
it's
the
off.
side of the backboard.
Silas with the rebound.
Royals pushing. Sile get blocked, but gets his own rebound. Landon.
Deep three.
It's
Very
good. I just spooned. Forcing
Royals up by 7 now.
Yeah.
Warriors to take a timeout.
Good way to end what looked like a slow start.
Is that Landon's second, or is that his first or second three of the half?
I think
That's his
second.
I think it's his first.
I can't remember if he's hit one other one this half or not. I just have the halftime stats. He was 3 of 4 in the first half.
That was his first.
So that was his first.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Jake hit one.
So Landon with 4 threes. He had 5 last year in this game. He had a touchdown catch against them too this year. He started off the scoring for the Royals in football. Here's the full court pressure. Harlan over to Wes-Del. Back to Harlan. Into Cardoza. Cardoza dishes to Dowling. Gets Rainbolt in the air, and then he hits it. I don't know if that's going to be on Rainbolt or Cyrus Burton. They call it on Rainbolt. That's his fourth.
Edric Miller's coming in for him.
So that'll put Dowling to see if he can finish the and one here. And he does. Back to a 4-point game.
Jacob drives it up the court.
I want to see Landon get in the rhythm where everything this side of the volleyball line is just in range.
Oh, yeah. I was like, he could probably pull something there.
Yeah. Drives in. Floater just short.
Oh.
They get, yep. Wes-Del does get the timeout. He did have possession. Nobody else had it besides Wes-Del. Cyrus was just kind of laying on top of him there. We can take a look here at the Royals. Here's our sectional standings right now. We are sitting at 3-0 in the sectional, but we've beaten 3 of the 4 worst teams. We beat Knightstown, Centerville, and Cambridge City. 6-0 overall. Shenandoah up there. Northeastern's 5-2. So really, the sectional's kind of split. Eastern, Shenandoah, and Northeastern at the top, and then it falls off there. A couple of teams, Hagerstown and Knightstown, still yet to win this season. Harlan walks it up. It looked like we were going to trap as soon as they crossed half court.
Oh.
Silas deflects it. O'Neal going to be knocked out of bounds. And
Drew White's coming in for Cyrus Burton.
I feel like that should have been our ball.
Yeah.
Cole Rainbolt's grandpa was telling the ref that it should have been our ball.
Almost
Bad
stolen
pass.
away.
We almost steal it. Drew White all the way out to half court trying to get that.
Dowling for the 3. It's
Airballs
way
it.
off. Oh.
Harlan throws it hard off Edric's face. Oh, Edric couldn't quite save it. Dowling was way off. He's their best three-point shooter. 13 of 37 on the season. Harlan. Jake Spalding goes up. Nice job there.
What happened?
Foul of Cordoza.
I don't even know what Cardoza was doing. He wasn't anywhere near the play, was he?
No.
So Cardoza,
Mason Cox comes in for him.
yeah, that's his third. He had a strong start, but he's been quiet since then. Edric finds Jake. Royals still up by 4 here. Jake Trying to get a screen from Drew. Drew had good position on Wes-Del there in the post.
Oh.
Jake throws it. Gonna get a jump ball. It'll stay here with the Royals.
Not really sure who he was trying to pass to.
Not sure either. I think he was trying to wrap that around to Drew, but there were just too many Warriors in the way.
Yeah.
Trying to get the slip here to Drew White. We do. Drew goes up.
No good.
Go through the contact, Drew. Todd got that rebound up to Wes-Del. They're going to get a moving screen on Cox.
Yeah.
That's his third.
If we get Cox and Cardoza to foul out, then we'll be looking in pretty good shape for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, because I don't know who their other big is going to be. They didn't really have one on the JV that did a lot inside. So.
Yeah, I mean, the only person they have is Wiley, and he didn't really contribute all too much.
Silas over to Jacob. Jacob drives, cut off, back out to Cy.
So will go up. No
In
good.
and out. Good block out by Cox. Leads to Todd's rebound. Wes-Del gets the screen. Trapped in the corner there. Nice cross court to Harlan. Harlan's floater, good.
Had a little fake there.
Harlan's only taken 6 threes on the year, so I think we kind of flew out on him, trying to stop him from shooting a three. I think we're going to give that to him. Landon with it up top. It's a screen from Drew. Landon pulls up.
No good.
Maybe. Oh.
All the way around and out. Harlan with that rebound. Up and under move, and it ties it up.
We have to look out for Harlan. Definitely their biggest contributor in this game.
We're just not cutting them off. We're just not playing good defense here.
We're reacting, and we're not really using our brains.
Nice entry pass by Edric. Cy couldn't do anything with it, but that was a good look by Edric to try to get it in there. Edric drives, takes it up and in. Nice move by Edric
Great
Miller.
move.
Wes-Del with it, dumps it down to Dowling. Over to Todd. Short or long two, no.
Edric with the
Rebound by
rebound.
Eddie. We just look kind of tired.
Yeah, we're not putting as much pressure on them as they are us. And I feel like that was the story of last year.
Jake dribbles it off his foot, but Silas bails him out by grabbing it there. Over to Landon. Guarded hard by Dowling. He goes up just a little too hard. Thought he was going to get contact and didn't. Cox out of control. Silas falling with the rebound. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Royals by 2. We've only made 2 substitutions so far this quarter. And one of them was because Cole got his 4th foul.
Royals are holding the ball for the last shot.
I'd like to see the Cam Wise, Zach Arnold energy that we saw there in the first half. I'd like them see if they come in at the start of the fourth and give us any boost.
Yeah.
There's somebody down there.
I think it's Cam.
Yeah, I think so.
10 seconds.
Jake guarded by Dowling, kicks out Drew White over to Eddie.
For
Nice
three.
extra pass. Edric hits it.
And that's the quarter.
Harlan's three-quarter court heave is no good. I'm going to show Edric's drive here. Stayed strong through that defender. Gets through there. Wes-Del tried taking it away. Couldn't. Edric finishes, and Edric has our last 5 points there to push that Royal lead back up to 5.
I'm really impressed with Edric. He is one of the only guys that last year he split JV varsity, but he maybe got a couple of varsity minutes.
He only dressed the last 3 games of the year last year. He was full-time JV.
Really?
Yep.
And I think he's a pretty good contributor to be completely varsity this year and to never really play that maybe 2 quarters JV, 3 varsity. Like, he never truly split. So I think he's made a good transition to because JV and varsity are so different.
Yeah, the speed of the game
pace.
is so different, and you're right. He's done a nice job. He's done a nice job here. Couldn't get our stats fast enough to get them up on the screen for you, but O'Neal is 4 of 7 from behind the arc, so he's got 4 threes so far.
Carson Ashley came in for the Warriors.
And Cam Wise replaced Silas Spalding. Almost a steal there.
Harlan over to
Ashley.
back over to Harlan.
Harlan almost stepping out of bounds. Cross court to Ashley. He drives, dumps into Todd, and Todd has an easy lane to the basket. Landon thought better of fouling him. He knew he was too far out of position. Got 112 viewers so far right now.
Wow.
So I want to thank everybody who's tuning in tonight. Jake Spalding working. He got the mismatch he wanted but couldn't take advantage. Edric's going to drive on Cox, and he almost finished it but picks up the foul. That's 4 on Mason Cox. That's 5 team fouls on the Warriors. Eddie rims out the first one. That's his first free throw of the season.
Cardoza comes in for Cox.
And Cardoza has 3, so let's see if we can get him in foul trouble too. Eddie misses the second. Drew White fighting for it. Couldn't quite corral it.
Harlan over to Ashley.
Cardoza, and they're going to call a foul on Eddie.
Yep.
Not a bad foul on Edric. Silas Spalding checking back in.
For Cameron. Cardoza inbounds to Harlan.
Ashley, corner 3, no. Cardoza almost gets the rebound, but they're going to say Landon knocked it out. Cardoza's just that, he's an undersized guy who plays bigger than he is. He's a Skylar Smith if you're an Eastern Hancock Lady Royal fan. Harlan finds Alex Light. Over to Ashley for deep 3, no. Oh, nobody had possession there. That ball was literally loose with no one in possession, and he called a jump ball. I mean, I guess it's better than a foul.
Yeah. I if anyone was in possession, it would have been us, but I don't know.
Jacob will take the ball up.
Running our typical offense.
Landon gets a screen from Drew.
Eddie drives up.
Pulls up from 10 feet. Edric hits. And he's got 7 all here in the second half. Harlan over to Cardoza. Corner to Ashley. Inside to Todd.
Todd makes it work on Drew.
Fadeaway. Oh, that was just a really nice fadeaway shot by Todd.
There's nothing really Drew could have done.
No. Good defense, good move for the 6'1 junior there. Edric guarded by Light. Landon takes it in and puts it up for 2 more.
That's one of those baseline drives where most players would have thought, I don't have anything. But if you just back up one dribble, you've got a really great position for a good shot.
Landon does that well, and Edric does that well. Todd, another spinning shot, and they're going to call a foul. What are they calling?
I don't know. Foul on
Edric. They're going to block, and that'll put Todd at the line to shoot 2.
Makes it first.
Rainbolt checking back in. He'll get Edric.
Wes-Del and Dowling come in for the Warriors.
Edric's had a really nice run there. Cyrus Burton checking in. He'll get Drew White. Royals by 4. One more shot to come from Todd. He buries
good.
it. Todd, a 63% free throw shooter on the season. Jake Spalding walks it across. Looking for a clear out and a screen here from Cyrus Burton. Gets it, gets the switch.
Pass it
Across
to
to his brother. Silas cut off there by Wes-Del. Landon drives on Harlan, spins, puts it up, and gets the roll.
That's a really good play.
Landon O'Neill has 20.
Wow.
Dowling's floater, no good. Todd's going to knock it out of bounds, and it'll be white ball. Just a reminder, if you want to become a donor or a family sponsor of EH Athletics, you can do that by going to that link at the bottom of the screen, tinyurl.com/EH Royal Pride. That money goes to help support Eastern Hancock Athletics during this time. Landon blocked by Harlan there. Puts it up, and again, Royals still by 5. Todd goes up.
That wasn't anything?
Nope, Cole tried to get a charge. The ref's telling Todd and Rainbolt both to get up and move. He's not calling anything.
Silas taking it up.
Silas on the wing with it.
With the Warriors switching screens like they are, I think we have a really good opportunity for
Like this right now, O'Neill on Cardoza.
Yeah, I mean,
We're getting the mismatches that we want. Rainbolt can't finish. Harlan does, or gets the rebound. Harlan Euro steps around, but Cardoza gets the rebound
I
because
really
there was nobody there for a rebound.
I don't see where the foul was.
I didn't either. I didn't hit the replay button fast enough either. They're going to call Cyrus.
Yep.
Good thing, because that would have been Cole's 5th. So you just said they're switching.
They've missed 2 slips down here. Because
Well,
if they're switching, I know Cyrus was open for a slip, and so was Landon at one point, I think. But
one thing we've really struggled with this year is those entry passes.
yeah,
Wes-Del, no, but gets his own rebound. Our entry passes have not been good at all.
Knocked away by Cyrus.
nobody is.
And they're going to call Silas with the bump there. Let's look at that one. I mean, a little bit, but not much. Kick it over. Wes-Del 3, no. And I think Wes-Del still only hit 1 3 on the entire game. But we're saying we're getting the matchups we want as Jacob rises up, no good. Cardoza with the rebound.
We're just not active.
We're not exploiting those matchups.
Yeah. We're
Harlan
complacent.
for 3, no.
Cole with the rebound.
Well, I'm sure this is part of your dad's game plan. Get these matchups, get these slips.
Yeah.
We're just not executing. We have been in, this is one of those games, we've put ourselves in situations to make a lot of good plays, and we just haven't made them.
Oh.
Wes-Del with the poke away there, and he lays it in for 2. Silas Spalding looks like he got poked in the eye. I think he may have got it as he dove for it. 3-point game. O'Neill with the ball up top. I think we're going to get a big shot from Landon here.
Yeah, I think so.
Gets Todd switched on him, kicks out. Cole for 3. Cole got it. There we go.
We got to pull ahead here.
Cardoza has it poked away. Harlan floater, no. Rebound poked away. Cole gets it.
It really seems like on defense, our feet are glued to the ground.
Oh, almost. Side drives. They're going to get a charge called on Silas Spalding. And that's probably the right call. Not a good call that we want, but. Yep, that was the right call. 6-point game. Minute 50 left here. Into Todd. He puts it up, no good. O'Neal gets the rebound. Timeout by Coach Spalding with 1:39 left here. Again, the nice thing is Wes-Del still only has hit 1 3 for the entire game. So, they haven't shown that they're going to get hot here and hit these threes.
Really, the only thing we need to watch out for on defense is the continuous second chances that we're allowing them to have. Because, no, they're not going to make that three, but they're going to be down by the basket and get a rebound in it easy, too.
Yeah, they've gotten too many offensive rebounds tonight. Now look at Wes-Del's sectional. Wes-Del hosting the sectional this year. We have Liberty Christian, Daleville, Tri-Central, Cowan, and Anderson Prep. Wes-Del already played Daleville, lost by 4. That was their last game. We know Cowan has a big guy. I don't know what else Cowan's got this year. Have not seen Liberty Christian. We saw Tri-Central. Tri-Central had one good player, but they were not a great team. So Wes-Del really, we'll see what Liberty Christian has, but they've got a good shot this year. Jacob trying to get it in.
Inbounds to his brother.
Jake hounded by Dowling there, gets it over to Cy. Cy drives in.
Nope.
Oh, almost. Ooh-wee.
He really should have passed to Landon there.
He kind of got bailed out. That was really close to being a great play by Eric Harlan.
Makes it. And makes a
Hits
second.
the second. They're taking their time here. Harlan drives, kicks over to Dowling. They seem to be in no rush, down by 8 here. Get it over Todd to the corner, and he hits a 3.
And Wes-Del will call a timeout.
Make it back to a 5-point game. During this timeout, we want to thank our family sponsors. We talked about it earlier, but our family sponsors have been donating to Eastern Hancock Athletic Department during this time when we've been struggling. We added 2 new family sponsors during this game. So Matthew Bricker and Michael Halcomb both donated. So we want to thank you guys. We'll add you to our family sponsor list. It helps our athletic department during this time to keep paying the bills. Now, here's our good thing. Silas was an 86% free throw shooter, and he's hit all 6 of his tonight. So, he's better than that. Jacob, 71%. Landon, 100% on the season.
Wow.
Has not missed yet. So, 16 of 16. So, we've got some guys here.
Inbounds to Jacob.
Up ahead to Landon. It's it over to Cyrus. Get it back to Jake. Harlan fouls Jake and will put Jake Spalding at the line to shoot 1-and-1 with 51 seconds left here. Got a comment that somebody else donated. I don't have any other donations tonight during the game. Not that showed up on my phone. So Todd checks in for Ortega. That was an offense-defense substitution there. Come on, Jake, hit these. First one rims out. Rainbolt tips it away. Otherwise, Dowling would have had a clean lane to the basket there.
5 seconds of hard work here.
Yeah, let's get that. Like you said, let's get that.
And they don't.
Nope.
I don't know what happened.
Dowling's three, no. Landon.
And they call it over the back.
No, they're going to call a foul on Cardoza there.
Whoa.
Cyrus was blocking him out. And Cardoza picks up his fourth. Trying to block out Cyrus Burton. Nope, misses that one. Wes-Del takes it in, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Landon. Wes-Del ties him up. They're going to call a jump. Landon did a good job of being strong on that rebound, but then we let the Warriors tie us up there.
So the ball will stay with the Warriors.
Drew's going to check in and get Cyrus. I think that's offense for defense, too. I think Cyrus is the better free throw shooter than Drew.
Yeah, I'd say so. 5 seconds. Okay.
Harlan gets it into Wes-Del. Over to Cardoza. His three, no good.
Landon with the
Landon
rebound.
with another rebound. And Landon's fouled by Dowling.
Sorry.
Dowling didn't like it, but
Harlan and O'Neal battle for the ball there. Whoever lets go first. And Harlan would not let go, and Landon is talking smack.
really?
Surprising. Still talking smack. Landon, if you're watching this, you gotta be quiet. You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
Nah, you're all right, Landon. Hits the first free throw calmly. Royal lead is 6. Let's make this a 3-possession game here.
Did you say Landon hasn't missed one of these yet?
He is 18 of 18 on the season there.
Oh.
What?
Landon turned around and said something to Harlan after he made those. I'm not going to repeat it.
Well, as Ashton Smith says in the comments, Landon is an extremely humble person, so he is very humble.
Yeah.
All right, 7-point lead, so 3 possessions here, 22 seconds left. Let's just finish this out. Play good defense and hit our free throws. And we are in double bonus from here on out, right? So yeah, we're double bonus. So we should be okay. Just hit our free throws, guys. Last game, Coach Knight and I picked a Paxton Farms player of the game. And then in the last 50 seconds, we had to add another one. So we're going to wait a little bit longer.
Okay.
All right, full court pressure. Royals have Spalding, Rainbolt, O'Neal, and White. Warriors have Harlan, Wes-Del, Dowling, Cardoza, and Todd. So starters for both teams with the exception of Drew White in for the Royals. Harlan gets it to Wes-Del. Back to Harlan. Cardoza, corner three. No. Silas with the rebound. And it's poked away by Harlan. That's going to stay with the Royals. Thank you for not saying what you were thinking, Allie, when nobody got the rebound. Landon gets it into Jacob. Jacob has it poked away from behind. Cardoza with the steal. They're just not going to have enough time to do anything. Knocked out of bounds by Drew White. Good hustle by Drew.
4.6 seconds to go here.
And they're going to call a block on Jacob Spalding with 3 seconds left. which will put Wes-Del at the line to shoot 2, or no, 1-1. Which should be a formality, barring anything crazy here.
Makes the first.
As I said, he's kept his streak of double-figure games alive. He's got 9 in a row that he's had scored in double figures. Hits the second.
Ortega's going to come here in the last couple seconds.
Really, they have to almost foul us before we get it in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We get it to Jake Spalding. They're not going to foul there. Let it run out. And the Eastern Hancock Royals are going to win by 5, 58-53 in a hard-fought MEC matchup.
Mm-hmm.
So the Royals move to 2-0. So they're going to be tied for the conference lead with Shenandoah and Monroe Central here. Wes-Del falls to 1-4 in conference play, which will leave them right where they're at 7th in the conference, or 8th in the conference. The Royals move to 7-0 on the season. Wes-Del Warriors move to 4-5 on the season.
With those free... Oh, wait, never mind.
Landon, we'll see here as soon as our stats come in. I think every game pretty much he's been moving up one more notch on the leaderboard for all-time scoring. We'll see exactly where he's at here. I think he had 22 tonight.
It looks like he passed Justin Crawford.
So I think, like I said, I think he had 22, which should put him at 730 career points. But I can tell you here in just a minute when we get our official stats emailed to me. So the Royals will be in action again at Daleville this Saturday for the second of 3 conference games in a row. Daleville knocked off Wes-Del last time by 4, so that should be a great game. I'm excited for that. Wes-Del will be in action Saturday as well, as they will be at Tri-High. Tri not bad. Tri, I think, is 1-2. I think they've had some games canceled because of COVID, but Tri's not bad on the season either. So that should be a good game for the Warriors. So here's our stats. So yes, Landon finishes with 22.
Mm-hmm.
22 points, 9 rebounds for Landon O'Neill, 2 assists.
And for someone who didn't have that many minutes, Edric really contributed.
Yeah, Edric Miller double figures, 10 points, 2 rebounds. So we'll run it down here. Zach Arnold, 2 points, 1 assist. Several deflections there in the first half. He brought the energy. Silas Spalding, 11 points, 1 assist, 7 rebounds, and a steal. Jacob Spalding, 8 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal. No assists. That's his first game, I believe, with no assists. Drew White went scoreless, but had an assist. 3 rebounds, yeah. Cole Rainbolt, 3 points, 1 of 3 from behind the arc, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds. Landon, as I said, 22 points, 4 of 8 from 2, 4 of 8 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 assists, and 9 rebounds. Edric Miller with those 10 points, I believe that is his season high for Eddie, so good job for him. 2 rebounds. Cyrus Burton, 2 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. And let me see, I think Landon, those rebounds are Landon's season high. His previous season high was 5, so 9 rebounds is Landon's season high, so good job for him too. What do you think, player of the game?
I think it's obvious. I think Landon deserves player of the game today.
Yeah, I agree.
I think you're right. Landon O'Neill is our Paxton Farms player of the game.
I'm really impressed with Landon this year. I think every game he just shows how he can be a different player, whatever is needed that game.
So, congrats, Landon, player of the game. Like I said, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be at Daleville next week or this Friday to live stream. Where I'm waiting to hear back from their athletic director. We need permission to do that. We can't just show up. So as long as they tell us we can do it, then we'll be here and we'll be live next Saturday, bringing you more action. So the Royals start off the season 7-0. Let's see if we can make it 8-0.
All right.
So we'll see you guys next time, hopefully Saturday. If not, we'll see you the next time that we have a home game is at Hauser on January 15th. So hopefully it's not 2 weeks before